Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much for feeding William. Thank you very, 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 very.
Say it with Cadbury's Roses. Coughs need really effective medicine. Benylin expectorant. Warm, soothing and highly effective for the proper relief you need. Benylin, the #1 name for coughs.
Once you taste Kellogg's Start, you won't want to stop.
Come on and stick together.
Tonight on Yorkshire, Emmerdale Farm. While Jack and Barbara seem to be getting together, are Phil and Sandy coming apart?
Even if there's something wrong between us, I have to do all the work.
Martyrdom doesn't suit you, Sandy.
And what are they going for on Sporting Triangles?
We'd like to go for 10.
We'll have a little strikeout, I think, here.
We'll go for 10, right?
Sporting Triangles at 7, with Emmerdale Farm at 6:30. Tonight on YTV. Now the world in part of lateral thinking in Connections.
Once again to Connections. Well, it really is a pleasure to reintroduce you to our champion. He's come back for his 3rd day with us. He's won his 3rd game and he's about to try for his major prize. So let's say well done to Sosh Jizra of Highfield School in Wolverhampton. Welcome, Sosh. Sosh, you really are an interesting guy. When you're not wandering around in drag for purely artistic reasons, of course, you're into jigsaw puzzles.
Yeah.
That's rather unusual, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, what it is, it's like when you have your 6-week holidays and you're absolutely bored. I don't think there's anything better than sort of sitting down with a jigsaw puzzle and just attacking it.
Attacking it? What do you mean, literally? I mean, do you lose your temper with them when you can't get them all fitted together?
Sometimes. But, I mean, it's the challenge of sitting down and your strategy against the jigsaw puzzle.
Right, well, you've got quite a challenge facing you now. You know that, don't you? It's his biggest challenge so far on Connections because, as I said, he's played 3 games, he's won 3 games, and he's now going to try to win his major prize. After this, he retires, so it's the big one. I'm referring, of course, to Link the Letters. He's not going to worry too much, though, because he's played 2 already and he's won 2 prizes. So we wish him the very best of luck. 50 seconds you've got to link those letters, and your connection time starts now. A howdah is a seat on which large animal's back?
Elephant.
Correct. Sycamore and willows are what sort of growing things?
Pass.
How many people sing in a duet?
2.
Correct. The controllers or arbiters of a cricket match are called?
Umpires.
Correct. What's the first name of pop singer and model Mr. Cayman?
Nick.
Correct. Which animal does a matador fight?
Bull.
Correct. What's the capital of Italy?
Rome.
Correct. Finally, which film character is most famous for wanting to phone home?
E.T.
Correct. 1 letter missing. Come on. Keep going. Try a different part to begin. Oh, bad luck. We're out of time. What a shame. Can we fill in the board and see what the word should read? It's a T that was missing, and the word should read brunette. Brunette, that would have helped with T. Sycamores and willows are obviously trees, but it's just that when you're down here, you can't think, you couldn't even think of your own name, I think, sometimes when you're under this kind of pressure. It's really difficult. So he didn't get it. Never mind, though. He's going to go with quite a few other things. So let's go through it. You've got 290 points in this particular game.
Yeah.
But, or the last one you played. Let's see what your final score is. 950. That's a good score. Now, I know you've already thought of some community cause or charity or something that you'd like to send that money to, so would you now tell us what it is, Sush?
Well, it's an organisation responsible for the buying and training of guide dogs for the blind.
Well, thanks to you, they're going to be £950 better off. And, of course, since you've been here, you've won a short break in Madrid, and you've also got yourself a colour TV. And you've got our thanks. You've been a great champion. I've really enjoyed our time together, so thanks very much for coming in and playing Connections, Sush. So, what what that means is that we're now ready to say hello to two brand new contestants. And they are Neil Moulding of Brigshaw Comprehensive near Leeds and Billy Smith from Anderson High School, Lerwick in the Shetland Islands. Neil, you say you support rugby league fanatically. What does fanatically mean? I mean,
I've got an obsession with Castleford Rugby League Football Club. I follow them home and away. I haven't missed a match for about a year and a half.
so do your friends and family endorse your fanaticism?
Well, my dad goes to some of the matches, but I get a lot of stick at school when my team loses.
Yeah, that's the awful thing when you're a fan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does that mean that if there was a game on today, you would not be here?
Well, I don't really know about that. I mean, I have to consider it. You know.
Oh, right, fine, okay, right. Billy, you play fiddle, violin and mandolin. What's the difference between the fiddle and the violin?
No difference whatsoever. It's just the different styles of music that's played.
You mean it's actually the same
yeah,
instrument, literally?
Yeah. It's... Oh, a violin usually tends to be more classical music, while fiddle's more, I don't know...
Foot stomping and that
well,
sort of thing.
less posh.
Less posh.
Yeah.
Who do you play with?
Less respectable.
Who do you play with?
Play...
I mean, who do you play fiddle with? Billy, come on, please.
I play with a group, the Shetland Fiddler Society. We've been... Oh, it's been going for about 25 years. We do have 3 records out. If you want, I could give out the address of the
No, I
secretary.
don't think we
can.
will. No, you've got 3 records out. That's quite enough. I think we'll get on with the game if you don't mind. So we're going to start the first round, which is Connect the Clues. This is where the bonus will begin at 100 points because it's round 1. For 10 points, for what profession is London's Harley Street famous? Neil?
Doctors.
Medical profession, correct.
Here we go with a boiled egg in a cup.
In physics, what would be measured in newtons? Neil?
Pressure.
Yes, all right, force, pressure, correct.
The bonnet of a car.
Right, Neil, you can have first stab at the connection, and if you get it, you'll get 100 points.
Baby.
No, not baby. What are the Cesarevich and the Oaks? Neil?
Horse races.
Correct.
May Day parade in Moscow.
So, Neil, you've got 30 points so far. You can earn another 90. Anything come to mind at the moment?
No.
Can either of you tell me this, then? What collective name is given to the group of fruits which contains oranges... Neil?
Citrus.
Correct.
A traditional white wedding.
Neil, once again we ask you for the connection. 80 points if you can succeed. Bit tough with only 4 pictures up, so let's go over them and see if we can remember them and, you know, see what comes to mind. First of all, we had boiled egg in a cup, the bonnet of a car, May Day parade, and a white wedding. There are 70 points available next time round. In which sport would teams compete for the Davis Cup? Neil?
Tennis.
Correct.
Picture number 5, a single daffodil.
70 points at stake, Neil. Out of time. Which organ of the body has a mitral valve? Neil?
Heart.
Correct.
A pet bunny rabbit.
Was that a guess, Neil? It looked like it. It's always worth a guess. That goes for you too, Billy. If you're not quite sure, have a go. You never know. Might get it. 60 points anyway. Come on, what's the connection?
Easter.
That's it. Yes, Easter. It looked like it was difficult for him, but he made it. He's got the connection. It is Easter. So as we started off, a boiled egg, Easter egg, bonnet, Easter bonnet, parade, Easter parade, the musical, wedding, Easter wedding, daffodils, they're out at Easter, typical spring flowers, bunny, Easter bunny, and 3 more to put up. So let's have a look at the first one. A delicious-looking simnel cake, that's traditionally eaten at Easter. A plate of hot cross buns, and lastly, Bob Hoskins and the long Good Friday. They're all to do with Easter. Neil, you've made the connection. And he's got 120 points into the bargain. Billy hasn't got going yet, but come on, Billy, you're not to give up. You've got 2 more rounds to go. You could have no points at the end of round 2 and you could still win. But the main thing is, battle of nerves, you've got to be really determined. And I think Neil's got the hang, you know, of pressing that buzzer first. That's what really counts. Anyway, we're moving on now to our second round, Find the Figure. The figure they want is hidden behind the centre square, and it's worth 40 bonus points. Why did the daughter of Mrs. Hector Barantes make the news headlines on the 19th of March 1986? Neil?
She married Prince Andrew.
No. Billy? Out of time. She was engaged to Prince Andrew. Name one of the seas which are connected by the Straits of Gibraltar. Billy?
Mediterranean.
Yes, or Atlantic. Correct.
Time.
What does the term prehensile mean? Billy?
Flexible.
Not quite flexible. No, Neil?
Bun.
Malleable.
No, it means capable of grasping. From what animal's skin is Morocco leather obtained? Neil?
Camel.
Not a camel. Billy?
Goat.
Correct.
8.
What is meant by the musical expression sotto voce?
Quiet.
Billy?
A fairly quiet.
That's right, in a whisper. Quiet, correct.
Minus.
In the Bible, how many fish did Jesus have to feed the 5,000? Billy?
5.
No. Neil?
6.
No, it was 2. It was 5 loaves and 2 fishes. In which country is the city of Buenos Aires? Neil?
Argentina.
Correct.
6.
What is the name of the official residence of the President of France?
Palace of Versailles.
No, Billy, it wasn't that. Neil?
No.
It's the Elysee Palace. What name is given to plants which complete their entire life cycle in 1 year? Billy?
Annuals.
Correct.
Plus.
Which of Milton's epic poems concerns the expulsion of Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden?
Paradise
Billy?
Lost. Paradise Lost.
Correct.
6.
I'll just wait till I've called your name once you press the buzzer. For what purpose is pectin used in the making of jam? Billy?
Making it gel.
Correct.
Equals.
And one final square. What type of animal is a chihuahua? Billy?
Canine. Dog.
Correct.
2.
Neil?
10.
No, it's not 10. So, Billy, you have a chance. Take your time.
14.
That's right. 6 times 2 minus 6 plus 8 equals 14. Billy has found the figure. You see, I said he could come into the game if he really got confident, and he has. Look at the scores right now. It's Billy's on 110, Neil's just slightly ahead of him on 130. And that's where we're going to pause for a minute or two. Coming up in part 2 is our third and final round, so stay with us and find out which of these two is going to be our next champion.
Northern Bathroom's biggest sale ever. Suites from only £99. Corner suites from £299. Edwardian suites from £399. Yorkshire's biggest bathroom centre, the Dark Arches, Leeds.
When you allow pure mountain spring water and nature's effervescence to wash over coffee beans, something remarkable happens. You remove the caffeine but keep the smooth, rich coffee flavour. Cafe Hard, naturally decaffeinated.
Daddy, have you seen my... Mummy's going to be very cross with you.
Cross? Why?
Because that's her fairy looks for her hand.
It's for getting dishes clean.
Mummy says these bubbles are soft and gentle and kind to her hand.
Well, it's done a very good job on these dishes, hasn't it?
Yes?
And are my hands soft?
Well, not as soft as Mummy's hand, but that's because you don't do as much washing up as Mummy does. Now hands that do dishes can feel soft as your face with mild green, very liquid.
There is a food for dogs. Contains over 50% more meat than the best-selling tin dog food in Britain. Its name is Winalot Prime.
Studio line from L'Oreal. Design gel, sculpt, control for any shape. Fixing spray, directional. Create a style, sculpting mousse, strong hold. Be bold the way you like it. Create your look.
I've got a gum, it's Wrigley Spearmint gum. For me, it's the chew, it's my number one. It's so minty cool, minty through and through it. It tastes so great, you just love to chew it. Wrigley Spearmint gum. Cool, fresh taste, share it with someone. It's so minty cool, minty through and through it. Tastes so great, you just love to chew it. Tastes so great, you just love to chew it.
Welcome back. Well, we've got quite a fight on our hands between Neil and Billy. You remember at the end of round 1, Neil was really in the lead. I think he had 120 points. Billy hadn't got going yet. But look at the difference. At the end of round 2, there's hardly anything in it. Billy's leapt forward to 110, and Neil is just slightly ahead of him on 130. So anybody could win. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're about to find out. Final round, the important one. Connect the clues. So for 20 points, let's make a start. Under what name was Lord Stockton Prime Minister of Great Britain? Neil.
Howard Macmillan.
Correct.
We'll start you off with a pound coin.
Now, this is one of those connections that is important to get the words, so get the words written down at home as well if you can. Other than being famous politicians, what are J.F. Kennedy and Charles de... Neil?
Airports.
Yes, they are, in the USA and France, correct.
A sitting room.
Now, Neil, you're a little bit ahead, but you're not out of trouble yet. 200 points will help. What's the connection?
No idea.
Never mind, early days yet. Which sport is played in New York's Yankee Stadium? Neil?
Baseball.
Correct.
A red pepper.
Once again, Neil, what's the connection for 180 points? I bet you know this one. Get your fingers over the buzzers ready. What is the name of Batman's car? Neil?
Batmobile.
Correct.
A trouser belt.
I can see they're both pressing furiously, but Neil's getting there first. So, Neil, 160 points.
Got nothing in common?
Well, we wouldn't be that mean. No, it's not that they've got nothing in common, no. Let's go through them again. First of all, a pound coin, a room, a pepper, and a belt. 140 points. The Ural Mountains traditionally form the boundary between which two continents? Neil?
Europe and Asia.
Correct.
Fifth picture, a suburban house.
Neil? Can you make the connection for 140 points?
No.
Both looking extremely puzzled at the moment. To which class of mammals does the squirrel belong? Billy?
Marsupials?
Not a marsupial, no. Neil?
Don't know, no idea.
They're rodents. That's the answer, rodents. Where in the body is the thyroid gland? Neil?
The neck.
Correct.
5 fingers.
Right, 120 points this time, Neil. Have we got there yet?
Afraid not.
All right, then. For which activity was Peter Rubens famous? Rubens. Billy?
Painting.
Correct.
A plate of beans.
So, Billy, here's your chance, then. We'll give you 100 points if you can tell us the connection.
Couldn't tell you.
Which imperial unit of measurement is the equivalent of 4,546 cc's? Neil?
Gallon.
Was that a guess?
Yeah.
You've got it right, correct.
A trendy beret.
Very trendy, that, isn't it? Yes, well, 80 points. 80 points if you can make the connection.
No.
No, well, then I think we should look at them once again. We started off with a pound coin, a sitting room, pepper, belt, house, finger. They've got something in common, all of them. Beans and beret. Something links all of those things. And you've got one last chance, one last picture to go up there. First, this question. Of which country is Budapest? Neil?
Hungary.
Correct.
And finally, the grocer, Alf Roberts.
Now then, Neil, can you save the situation? 60 points if you can make the connection.
Green.
He's done it at the 11th hour. He's made it. Yeah, that's it. They're things that are also green. Let's go through them again. Let's look at the board. A pound coin. Well, the green pound is a monetary measure used by farmers. Green room is where actors relax. Green pepper, green belt, you know, often around a built-up area you'll get green belt. Greenhouse for plants. Green fingers if you're good with plants. Green beans, green beret, crack fighting force, and lastly green grocer. They're also green then. That's the connection, and Neil has made it. A battle, but they got the connection in the end, and I'm glad they did. Let's have a look at the scores then. Billy has 130, but Neil has 350, so Neil, congratulations, you're our new champion. So, Billy, where would you like your cheque for £130 to be sent?
I'd like the cash to go to the local lifeboat fund.
All right. We'll certainly do that for you, and we'll send the cheque in the next couple of days, and we'll also be giving you tonight our Connections camera and quiz book. So that's a good score he's got, 350 points for Neil. We'll put them in the bank, and we'll invite him right now to link the letters. It's his first attempt out of a possible 3 goes. He's got to try to find the link, or link the words, the letters into one word. You've got 50 seconds, and your connection time, Neil, starts now. What prize do all contestants on Connections get?
Camera.
Correct. Which breed of dog is white with large dark spots?
Dalmatian.
Correct. In which country are Innsbruck and Salzburg?
Austria.
Correct. Which people use igloos as houses?
Eskimos.
Correct. Which sea would you cross from Holyhead to Dublin?
Irish.
Correct. What is stretched across the middle of a tennis court?
Net.
Correct. What's the opposite of minimum?
Maximum.
Correct. Finally, which Dickens character has the surname Twist?
Oliver.
Correct. You've got plenty of time.
Comedian.
That's got to be one of the quickest yet. He's made it. He's linked the letters. So it's over to Charles to give us a turn on the prizes. Charles.
Thank you, Sue, and you'll be laughing when you hear this, Neil. We're sending you to the eternal city of Rome, Italy's magnificent and historic capital. With over 3,000 restaurants, you'll have the chance to experience La Dolce Vita to the full before you, sadly, have to come home again.
You see, it wasn't so bad, was it? It wasn't that tough, really, when you got down to it.
Yeah.
You did it very, very quickly. That's got to be one of the quickest we've ever had, I think, in linking the letters. You can't relax right now, though, because you've got to play another game. So can we now welcome his first challenger? A young lady by the name of Andrea Till from Ribston Hall High School in Gloucester. Welcome to you, Andrea. I hear you like talking in a professional capacity, of course.
That's right. I'm in the public speaking team for our school, and we compete in about 3 competitions a year.
How have they got on lately?
Well, our last competitions we did very well. We got into 2 regional finals in Birmingham and High Wycombe.
So how do you get chosen to be on the team?
Well, originally it was through the school reading competition. They chose people who they thought would be good for it.
But it's a bit different just reading out loud something that's already written for you and writing your own speech, isn't it?
That's right. The part I had to play was spontaneous vote of thanks for a speech I hadn't heard until that night.
That was pretty tough, I bet.
Right, yeah.
Not half as tough as this, though. You've got 3 rounds to get through. First round coming up now, anyway, is Connect the Clues. And so get your fingers over your buzzers ready, because it's the first one to press the buzzer, remember, Andrea, who is able to answer the question. And I'll warn you, Neil is quick, right? Little hint. Which word, for 10 points, is the literal opposite of covert? Andrea. Oh, bad luck. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Neil.
Open.
No, it's overt. Quicklime is an oxide of which metal? Andrea?
Calcium.
Correct.
First picture, William the Conqueror.
And I'm quickly writing that down before I ask them the next one. Which form of carbon is a gemstone? Neil.
Diamond.
Correct.
The River Thames.
So, Neil, you got that. You can have first go. 100 points.
No.
In which country are the Appalachian Mountains? Neil.
USA.
Correct.
The Little Princes.
The bonus drops every time you get a picture up there. It now stands at 90 points, Neil.
Royal family.
No, not the royal family. What is the first name of the South African Bishop Tutu? Neil.
Desmond.
Correct.
A Portrait of Anne Boleyn.
I warned you, Andrew, he's very quick with that buzzer, isn't he? Anyway, Neil, 80 points at this stage. Out of time. Let's look at them again then. We've got William the Conqueror, the River Thames, the Little Princes, and Anne Boleyn. Dresden and Crown Derby are both types of what? We talk about, Neil?
Pottery.
Pottery.
China.
Not... Say it again?
China.
That's right, yes, China, porcelain, correct.
There's a bunch of keys.
Okay, Neil, another go, 70 points.
Tower of London.
That's it, yeah. You threw that away as if you thought it couldn't possibly be the Tower of London, and it was. That was it. So let's go through the board again. William the Conqueror, he built the oldest part. The River Thames, the Little Princes, they were killed in the Tower. Anne Boleyn was beheaded in the Tower, and a bunch of keys, that's a ceremony of the handing over of the keys. 4 more pictures. Let's make a start with this, a raven. The legend has it that if the raven leaves, England falls. The Crown Jewels, a yeoman warder, and Tower Bridge. They're all to do with the Tower of London. Neil has made the connection. So he gets the bonus points. Let's look at the scores then at the end of round 1. Andrea has 10. Neil is in the lead with 110. But who knows what's going to happen in the next 2 rounds? We're certainly not going to find out today because we've run out of time. But I hope you'll join us next time to find out which of these 2 is going to be champions. Till then, from all the team, take care and bye-bye.
Clear skies, warm... When you need retuning, tunes help you breathe more easily.
The best weekend entertainment is on ITV.
Hello, and welcome once again to another thrilling edition of the Last Resort with me, Jonathan Ross.
A host of famous faces, and they all belong to Bobby Davro.
They'll be better too thin, Dad. Oh, would you have the pie, the pasty?
And here's more food for thought. Can these trains meet each other head-on? You bet.
I don't know, I think I'm going to have to say no.
Suddenly I'm seized by yes.
The guests bet on it, the audience bets on it. The best stunts, the biggest surprises from Bruce Forsyth in You Bet. And there'll be more surprises on Sunday from Scylla.
Hello, Judith Johnson. Step inside, love.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's true. You see, your husband, Bill,
Yes.
he's told us that you've always wanted to live in a stately home, haven't you?
Coming to your home this weekend, brought to you by ITV.
The hour-long music show that runs in 2.5 hours, Channel 4's chart show, starts at 5:30. Here on Yorkshire, the quiz where the sky is the limit, if you can make the right connections.
Good evening and the warmest of welcomes from the Connections studio. Well, let's get straight down to business by meeting today's 2 contestants. Neil Melding is our champion. Neil's from Brigshaw Comprehensive near Leeds. He's already won a short break in Rome and is fighting to keep the championship. The young lady hoping to wrestle it from his grasp is Andrea Till, representing Ribston Hall High School near Gloucester. Neil, let's have a look at your T-shirt. What's that say? Coast to Coast 87.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
The school organised the Coast to Coast walk during the summer, and we went along as a support group.
So you didn't actually do the walking yourself?
We were the general dodge bodies, putting the tents up and preparing meals, things like that.
And how far was the walk?
It was from Whitby across to Morecambe.
And what was it? Was it for money, to raise charity or something?
Just for the achievement.
Just for the achievement?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Andrea, you've got quite a serious side to your nature. You help with the Special Olympics for the mentally handicapped. What do you actually do?
That's right. Well, it's an annual event, and it's held in a sports centre where mentally handicapped children and adults from all over the county come and take part in leisure and sports activities.
Right, it must be very rewarding work.
That's right, yeah, it's really good fun.
Good. Well, if you remember last time, we just finished the first of our 3 rounds, and so we should take a look at the scores now. We see that Neil's in the lead. He's got 110 points, and Andrea has 10. Now they've got to get right back down to business. We've got 2 more rounds to play, the first of which is Find the Figure. Now, it's not a difficult round, but it's very, very fast. That's the trouble. So if you're ready, what type of fruit is a navel? Neil.
Orange.
Correct.
9.
What is a coppice? Neil.
Cluster of trees.
Yes, a sort of copse of trees, correct.
7.
Which TV personality married Paula Yates in Las Vegas? Neil?
Bob Geldof.
Correct.
Times?
Who or what was samurai? Neil?
Japanese warriors.
Correct.
Plus?
What design is on the reverse side of a British decimal 10-pence piece? Neil?
A lion.
Correct.
Equals?
What special ability does an ambidextrous person have? Neil?
Use both arms.
Correct.
3.
Who is the leader of Her Majesty's opposition in the House of Commons? Neil?
Neil Kinnock.
Correct.
Minus?
Final square. Which famous book features the characters Tweedledum and Tweedledee? Neil?
Alice in Wonderland.
No. Andrea? It's Alice Through the Looking Glass. Vitamin D is produced in the human body through the action of what on chemicals in the skin? Andrea?
Sunlight.
Correct.
6.
Neil?
16.
That's right. 6 times 3 plus 7 minus 9 equals 16. Neil rapidly has found the figure. He's so quick on that buzzer, and that's what's got him the points. He's got the 40 bonus points, and now he has 220. Andrea has 20 at the moment, so just a little word of advice, Andrea. Firstly, don't give up, because people have come through with no scores at this stage and still won. And secondly, get your finger over the buzzer, because that's what really matters, and Neil is really quick, really quick. Right, third and final round then. Connect the clues, we double the points. The bonus will begin at 200. What type of fruit is a Victoria? Andrea?
Plum.
Correct.
And there's your first picture. A rather groovy tie.
Charles, I think the term groove is about as obsolete as the tie. Okay, in which Welsh county is St David's? Any ideas? Neil?
Glamorgan.
No. Andrea?
Gwent.
No, it's Dufford. For what type of films is the actor John Wayne best for... Andrea?
Western.
Correct.
Some Jubilee bunting.
So, Andrea, you can make the connection, and you can get 200 points if you get it right. Can either of you tell me this, then? What is 2/3 of 135? You might need to write it down. 2/3 of 135. Neil?
90.
Yes, just on the buzzer. We'll give it to you correct.
Some ammunition.
So, Neil, over to you this time. 180 points for the connection. Do you know this? Which state of the USA has the largest population? Neil?
New Jersey.
Not New Jersey. Andrea? Which state? Have a go? Quick, quick. Right, it's California. Which mammal has a variety named rhesus? Andrea?
Monkey.
Correct.
A still from an old film.
So, Andrea, you're in with a chance again. 160 points await you, but we want the connection first. Time to go through them then. Firstly, a tie, then Jubilee bunting, ammunition, and an old film. 140 points are available for the next person who gets the connection. In which century did the French Revolution take place? Neil?
17.
No, it wasn't. Andrea?
18th.
Correct.
Picture 5. Sue on a bicycle.
Oh. I see, right, fine. 140 points then. Can you tell us the connection, Andrea?
Wheel.
No, not wheel. Which sporting event is staged from Putney to Neil?
Boat race.
To Mortlake, the University Boat Race, correct.
There's a bulldog.
Clips.
That's it, Clips. He's got it. So let's go through them just to check them off. Tie clip, Jubilee, ammunition, that's for bullets. Film clip will be a film extract. Bicycle clip, so your trousers don't flap. Bulldog, that's a very large clip, of course. And 3 more pictures to put up. A metal spring, a lock of hair clip, and lastly, reams of paper. They're all clips, and Neil has made the connection. So the bonus therefore goes to Neil, and that's the end of the game. Let's see who's won it. Andrea has 100 points, Neil has 380, so he's done it again. For the second time, Neil, you're our champion. So Andrea, well played. 100 points you've got, which means £100 for us to send somewhere, but we don't know where yet.
It's a charity organisation founded by the Rotary Club to immunise people in the third world against polio and other diseases.
Well, we'll send them a cheque in the next day or two, and we'll also be giving you tonight our Connections camera and quiz book. So he's done it again. Twice he's played and twice he's won. The last time he was successful at linking the letters. Let's see how he goes on this time when we invite him to link the letters. His second chance out of a possible maximum of 3. 50 seconds you've got to try to find our 8-letter word, and your connection time, Neil, starts now. Which language do the people of Athens speak?
Greek.
Correct. If everybody votes for a proposal, it is passed how?
Unanimously.
Correct. What sort of mobile home can be towed by a car?
Caravan.
Correct. Which playing card has a single spot in the middle?
Repeat that, please.
Which playing card has a single spot in the middle?
Ace of spades.
Ace, correct. Police, ambulance and what are the major emergency services?
Fire.
Correct. What's a male sheep called?
Ram.
Correct. One circuit of an athletics track is called a what?
Lap.
Correct. Finally, which king was Queen Victoria's son?
Edward.
Correct. Take your time. It's all right. Plenty of time left.
Graceful.
Yes, he's got it. With seconds to spare, graceful it is. He's linked the letters. Okay, Charles, give us the good news.
Right-ho, Sue. Neil, keep your hands on the wheel, and remember, mirror, signal, manoeuvre, because you won a course of driving lessons. Whether you're a complete beginner or an accomplished Nigel Mansell, we can offer you the tuition to suit.
Sounds pretty good. So the next time you do a coast-to-coast walk, you'll be able to drive, and you won't have to hump all that stuff with you. Well done, Neil. Well, you've got another game to play, but not just yet, because that's where we're going to take our break. But we'll be back very shortly with a new challenger and Neil's final game. It's an important game, so join us in a couple of minutes.
Extra, extra, no interest charges on everything at local store.
This week's big news comes from Northern Upholstery. They've announced for a limited period no interest charges for 2 full years on anything in the store. Shoppers in the region can now choose any style, any suite, any sofa, any chair, anything and everything from Northern Upholstery's vast range of upholstery. Their special 2-year credit deal means don't pay any deposit or any interest. It's an offer too good to miss. But hurry to Northern Upholstery. Carcroft, Brigg, Thorpe Arch, Hull, Grantham and now Idle, Bradford.
Now you can taste the magic of Toblerone in original, white and dark chocolate.
Go on, have a free crispy crumb turkey steak on me. Delicious steaks of tender turkey breast. 5 for the price of 4, around 99 pence. Beautiful.
Goodbye, John. Hurry up, John. Oh, come on, Yvonne. It's time I was gone. But there's the floor to be done.
Liquid? You need the power of the powder. New fast-dissolving Flash beats liquids on vinyl floors, lifting ground-in dirt on contact. So it's easier and quicker too, leaving more time for you. Right, Sue? That's the power of the powder, because it wipes out dirt in a flash.
The new Amstrad Portable from only £399 plus VAT for a full range of professional business computers. Ring Danem of Doncaster on 328877.
Heinz has got the taste that gives us all a thrill. It don't run, 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 it don't run, run. Heinz is connected so it never will. It don't run, 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 it don't run, run. Yeah, it tastes fine. Yeah, it tastes divine. Oh, but it takes its time. It don't run, 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 it don't run, run.
There's nothing like the rich tomatoey taste of Heinz ketchup.
There was entertainment non-stop. It just seemed as though do anything, anytime. It's a very friendly place.
Can't get any better value for money.
You can't fit it all in. You've got to go back next year.
Don't miss out on the fabulous Fun Course World at Skegness. Phone free now to ensure your place.
Welcome back. Well, Neil, our champion, is about to face his most testing time. He's won 2 games, he's won 2 prizes, and he's about to meet his final challenger. A big hand, please, for Elaine Toogood of Folkestone School for Girls in Kent. Welcome, Elaine. I see you don't actually live in England, do you?
No, I live in Germany. My father's in the army and he's posted near Dusseldorf at the moment.
So but you're educated in England, obviously.
Yes, I've been to school at Folkestone ever since I was 11.
And it's a boarding school?
Yes, it is.
Now, when I was a little girl, I used to like reading about boarding schools, and I got the impression it was all jolly hockey sticks and midnight feasts and that sort of thing. Is it,
No,
is
it's
it like
not
that?
at all. No, there's only 23 of us, so it's quite a small house. We don't sleep in large dormitories or anything. Most of us got a room to ourselves.
But you
Very
like
nice.
it? You actually enjoy
Yes,
living?
I do.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
Smashing. All right, well, let's get on with our game then. You've met Neil, you know the rules. We've got 3 rounds to play, and the first of those is connect the clues. So here we go then with our first question. In what field are Christian Dior, Zandra Rose, Neil?
Fashion.
And Yves Saint Laurent famous names? Fashion it is, correct.
And there's your first picture. It's supposed to be lucky. A black cat.
What would be drawn by a cartographer? Elaine?
Map.
Correct.
There's many a good tune played on an old one. A fiddle.
So Elaine's quick on the mark too. 100 bonus points, Elaine, if you can tell me the connection between those 2.
Is it roofs?
No, it's not roofs. Good try. No, that's sensible, but no, that's not it. Which common liquid is a compound of hydrogen and oxygen? Neil?
Water.
H2O, that's right, correct.
How now? A cow in a field.
So it's back to Neil, 90 points.
Nursery rhymes.
Do you know which one?
The cow jumped over the moon.
That's right. Yes, I think you need a little help there. It's actually Hey Diddle Diddle. Let's go through it because the pictures are in order anyway. So it's Hey Diddle Diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over, next picture, the moon. A little dog laughed, me laughing, ho ho. Oh dear, sorry about that. To see such fun, and a dish ran away with the spoon. That was it. It's Hey Diddle Diddle. He got it. He's made the connection. Pretty quick, Neil, so you got quite a large bonus there. 110 points you've got at the moment, and Elaine has 10, but there are a whole 2 rounds to go yet, the first of those being Find the Figure. A quick little round, so they've got to be fast on the draw here. The word memo is the shortened form of which? Neil?
Memorandum.
Correct.
Divided by.
Which city is the home of the Bolshoi Ballet? Neil?
Moscow.
Correct.
3.
What is the meaning of the musical term presto? Elaine?
Fast, quick.
Correct.
7.
The English entertainers Dr. Evadne and Dame Hilda are better known as whom? Neil?
Engine bracket.
Correct.
Times.
What does the French term mal de mer mean? Neil?
Seasickness.
Correct.
Equals.
What is the musical term for the lowest natural adult male voice? Elaine?
Baritone.
No. Neil?
Tenor.
No, it's bass. The longest city bypass in the world was finally finished in October 19... Neil?
And 25.
Correct.
6.
Who originally played the part of the bellowing Sergeant Major Williams in the UK TV series It Ain't Half Hot Mum? Neil?
Lindsay Davis.
Correct.
2.
One final square. What is the American equivalent of the English ball game rounders? Neil?
Baseball.
Correct.
Minus.
Neil?
18.
I don't believe that's so quick. Yes, 6 divided by 2 times 7 minus 3 equals 18. Neil, I don't know how you did it. You found the figure. They almost got there before Charles had got the number out. Brilliant. Okay, well, you've got the bonus of 40 points. And if we see the scores, 220 Neil has, and Elaine has 20. So, Elaine, the main thing, don't give up. Get your finger over the buzzer and press as quickly as you can. One more round to go then, the final one. Very important, this. And remember, it's Neil's last game, so it's extra especially important to him. For 20 points, in the USA, what form of transport is a greyhound? Neil?
Bus.
Correct.
And we're off with 70s pop group Hudson Ford.
There's quite a lot to write down there, so
Can you repeat
give
that,
them a
please?
few seconds. 70s pop group Hudson Ford. Here's your next question. What type of food is Red Leicester? Neil.
Cheese.
Correct.
Jason Connery.
200 bonus points. That's the maximum we ever give.
Names of film stars.
No, not film stars. Good thought, but that's not our connection. You'll see that as we go through them. What name is given to the nomadic herdsmen of northern Scandinavia? Neil.
Laps.
Correct.
3 alpine hornblowers.
180 points, Neil. Can you find the connection between that lot? No, bit of a tall order at the moment. Let's carry on then. Harakiri is a form of ritual suicide in Japan. Neil.
Samurai.
No, you interrupted a little bit early, so Elaine, I'll give you the full question. Harakiri is a form of ritual suicide in Japan. With what is the act performed?
A sword.
Correct.
A red rose.
Now, Elaine, you have a chance here. 160 points if you can tell us what the link between those is.
Is it something to do with the War of the Roses?
No, it's not to do with the War of the Roses, no. So let's go through them again. First of all, we had Hudson Ford, Jason Connery, some hornblowers, and a rose. 140 points are up for grabs. First question. The call of which bird traditionally heralds the arrival of spring? Neil.
Cuckoo.
Correct.
Picture number 5, band leader Ted Heath.
Now, what's he got in common with all those others? 140 points if you can tell me, Neil. Not yet, you can't. Okay. Which country's music was the inspiration for Paul Simon's Grace... Elaine?
South Africa.
That's right. Lovely album. South Africa is correct.
That's a drake.
So, Elaine, over to you again this time. Have you any ideas for 120 points?
Famous English people or navigators. Seamen.
That's it, Stephen. She just got in there in time. Sailors. That's right. Oh, that was a close one. Let's go through the board then. Hudson, that's Henry Hudson. Jason Connery for Jason and the Argonauts. Hornblowers, Captain Horatio Hornblower. Rose, Sir Alec Rose. Ted Heath, well, he is a sailor. A Drake, Sir Francis Drake. And let's have the last 3 pictures up. Chichester Cathedral, Sir Francis Chichester we were thinking of. Rick Nelson for Admiral Nelson. And lastly, the Straits of Magellan for Ferdinand Magellan, the Portuguese explorer. They're all sailors, and Elaine has made the connection. So she didn't give up. She kept going, and she's made the connection. So let's have a look at the final scores then. Elaine has 180 because she gets the bonus. But Neil, he's done it again for the 3rd time with 300 points. Neil, you're our champion. He can't believe his luck. He doesn't believe it. Well, Elaine, we have to part company now. You've got £180 to give away. Would you tell us where?
Yes, to help with research to find cure for cancer.
Well, thanks for coming along today. I've enjoyed meeting you, and will you accept from all the team our very smart Connections camera and quiz book? Right, well, Neil's got to psych himself up now because he's played and won 3 games, and he's won 2 prizes. He's now going to go for his 3rd and major prize in Link the Letters. If ever an audience were behind anyone, they're behind Neil now, because this is his big prize. So, Neil, keep a cool head. Don't worry. You've done it twice already. It's nothing. It's easy. 50 seconds, a whole 50 seconds to try to find our 8-letter word. And your connection time starts now. Which vegetable causes tears in someone peeling it?
Onions.
Correct. 36 inches make 1...
Yard.
Correct. Which drug does tobacco contain?
Pass.
Pass. Some say you'd find a crock of leprechaun's gold at the end of...
Rainbow.
Correct. In Texas, a large Stetson is called a 10 what?
Gallon.
Correct. Which language do the people of the Netherlands speak?
Dutch.
Correct. When Prince Charles is called HRH, it stands for His Royal...
Highness.
Correct. Finally, proverbially, you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's...
Ear.
Correct. Can he do it? Few seconds left.
Hydrogen.
Yes, he's got it. He's linked those final letters. scores. Charles.
I was gasping for him there, Sue. Well, Neil, you're in for a once-in-a-lifetime experience. We're taking you beyond the Arctic Circle, off the beaten track, way up north, to the mysterious world of the Arctic. We'll fly you to Moscow, and from there we'll walk you to Murmansk, about 1,000 miles further up. But the good news is, it's only another 800 miles back again to Leningrad. So, wrap up warm, comrade, and take some woody socks.
I don't know if you saw his face during that. He said, walk? Listen, you're the expert. You've been doing coast-to-coast walks. You've been telling us. I know you're only in the support group. All right, then. Well, Neil, that was great. I'm really pleased that you won. Let's go through the points, first of all. You've got 300 from this particular game. Let's see what his final score is. Over 1,000. It's 1,030. Not many contestants, Neil, get over 1,000. Pretty good. Where would you like the money to go?
Go to help support victims of illness.
I'm really pleased you won, you know, because I think Neil must be one of the most nervous, anxious contestants we've had on in the last few years. He was so hyped up when you came on. You just wiped the floor. You got everything that you possibly could. In fact, you've got a short break in Rome, you've got driving lessons, and you've got that lovely trip to Russia. We wish you the very best of luck. Do send us lots of photographs and everything.
Thank you.
And you go with our thanks. Thanks a lot,
Thanks
Neil.
for having me.
Bye-bye. So that means it's time to introduce two brand new contestants. Here they are. And they are Sean Gregory, representing Turton High School in Bolton, and sitting next to him, Andrew Mallet of Llanishen High School in Cardiff. Welcome to both of you. Now, we've only got a little bit of time left as I look at my watch, so I think we'll get straight on with the first round, if you don't mind. So get your fingers over the buzzers as I ask you the first question of your game. Which animal appears on some 50p coins? Andrew?
Lion.
Correct.
Here's your first picture, a trout.
Well, that won't take long to write down, so here's your next question. How many players make up each team in volleyball? Andrew?
5.
Not 5. Sean?
6.
Correct.
Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream.
So Sean gets the first go at the connection then. 100 points are at stake, Sean.
No. Okay.
Then can one of you tell me this? Who made the best-selling album Diamond Life? Sean?
Sade.
Correct.
Nuts and a Nutcracker.
So as we get more pictures up, it gets easier, so we reduce the bonus. It stands at 90 at the moment, Sean.
Is it music?
That's it. Famous pieces of music. Yes. Let's quickly go through it. We started off with a trout. That's a quintet by Schubert. A Midsummer Night's Dream. That's Mendelssohn. Nutcracker, Suite by Tchaikovsky. And let's complete the board. A portrait of William Tell, the overture by Rossini. A swan on a lake, Swan Lake, Tchaikovsky again. Fingal's Cave, that's Mendelssohn. Pop group The Four Seasons, that's Vivaldi. The year 1812, Tchaikovsky. And finally, A Boat on the Danube for the Blue Danube by Johann Strauss. They're all famous pieces of music. Sean, very rapidly, you've made the connection. Rapid start there. Let's have a look at the scores at the end of round 1. Andrew has 10. Sean got the bonus, so he's got 110. And that is where we have to say goodbye to you for the moment. We've got 2 more rounds to play, so join us next time to find out whether it's going to be Sean or Andrew who becomes our next champion. Till then, bye-bye.